Good. So if your experience is healthy, it will be confirmed by the Bible. You will see a scripture and it is fully descriptive of the experience that you know. You'll be confident of it because the Bible was written from experiential perspective, because it's expecting us to explore God the way astronauts explore space, and there are scriptures in the Bible that bear witness to every shade and every color of experience you have captured in God, so that you'll be confident of the thing that you have found with Him. So that's the graphic illustration of the issue of a face-to-face encounter, seeking the face of God. That's a graphic illustration. But you see, as graphic as this illustration is, it does not lend itself to experience. And that's why we need to go back to the New Testament to take a witness from the New Testament. It will give us more insight into how these things work. For instance, someone asked me the other day, he said, when God appeared to you, what did he wear? What was the color of his shirt? Now, you see, this person asking this question has forgotten completely that God is spirit. So he's expecting God to wear an American tie. And that's why it's not just enough for us to open the Bible. We need to also be able to explain the practicalities of things so that you can walk in and out into the things that are given to you of God. Okay? Now, can we take a few scriptures? Let's start with the first one. The first one, it's common in this our Bible study. I'll take that one because it is common. And then I'll move you to the next one. If you don't get it after the next one, then I'll move you to the book of Psalms. If you don't get it after that one, then I'll move you to the prophets. But at any point in time that you get it, I'll stop talking. There are so many scriptures in the Bible that speak about the art of communion. Now, so we pick the ones that will lend themselves to deeper understanding and quicker understanding, so that we don't get lost in talking. Okay? Now, in the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 4, 2 Corinthians chapter 4, still talking about seeking the face of God. Therefore, seeing, no, I will not start from verse 1, because if we are doing a ministry class, that's when we'll start from verse 1. Then I will show you, because in verse 1, it's talking about the things that make for stamina in ministry. Stamina. Because many of us in this congregation know that you are called. Some were even prayed for and released to go and fulfill their ministry. Then after 4 years, we went to trace them. If they were still on ground, they were no longer on ground. They knew they were called. They were released. The whole church released prayers for them, empowerment, and then they were deployed to the field and they disappeared from the field. They could not continue. So this scripture is not giving us insight into one of the things that you need to exercise in order for you to be able to continue. In this scripture, it speaks about the place of mercy. Because it's possible for you to be on the field and you faint. So that's not where we are going. Please jump to verse number 6, which is my emphasis. Verse number 6 is my emphasis. So in that graphic picture, when we say Moses and God spoke face to face, are you there? Have you read the scripture that says that with an open face, like in a glass, we are beholding? Now that beholding spoken about in that scripture has nothing to do with the human face, but has everything to do with the human heart. So when he's talking about an open face, he's talking about angulating and texturing your heart. When you begin to pray in the Spirit, and the motive for your coming to the presence of God is to seek his face, the responsibility of angulation and preparing of heart is not God's responsibility, it's your responsibility. Seeking the face of God is a call to one of the invitations that God has given us. There are about 7 invitations God has given us in New Testament parlance. One of them is a call to participation. Seeking the face of God falls under the broad heading, a call to participation. When you want to participate with God, it means that you acknowledge first and foremost that you are incapacitated, you are insufficient. Are you there? Now, if you don't acknowledge your insufficiency, you will not be motivated sufficiently to sustain the participation entry mode. Your participation with God is motivated by an understanding of the fact that if I don't find his voice, if I don't find his counsel all by myself, I am a bag of accidents looking for somewhere to happen. I know a lot of people, a lot of very beautiful ladies that felt that because of their beauty, they will get ahead in life. They will end up on the high plane. So because of that feeling of self-sufficiency, they did not find any reason to participate in God. And after life had taught them some practical lessons, humility was administered. May the Lord not need to teach you directly that you are insufficient. You can accept it as a position of doctrine in the Bible. You say the flesh, it is the spirit that quickens. The flesh profits not. Can you accept the judgment of the scripture that the flesh has already been judged? You don't need to have your own personal experience before you arrive at that conclusion. Oh my God. Are you with me? Yes. It has already been judged. The flesh profits nothing. So because of that, I'm not going to labor in the flesh. I will not remain in the flesh. I want to participate in God.